Welcome to the Holistically Humble Podcast. I'm your host, Katie, a registered holistic nutritionist, a yoga teacher, and a wellness enthusiast passionate about helping you thrive. This podcast is your space to explore holistic health, nervous system regulation, mindful living, and all of the tools that empower you to create balance in body, mind, and soul. Whether you're here to deepen your wellness journey, find inspiration, or discover practical tips to live a healthier, more intentional life, you are in the right place, my friend. My mission is to simplify wellness, spark meaningful conversations, and help you reconnect with your authentic self. Let's dive in and create a life that feels as good as it looks. Welcome to the Holistically Humble community. Welcome back to the Holistically Humble Podcast. I am so happy that you are here and that you're listening to this episode because you are going to walk away with some motivation and inspiration and tools to implement into your life to improve your body, mind, and soul, and more specifically in your morning routine. I don't know about you, but I used to wake up and absolutely dread the day, specifically the work day. You feel me? So what I felt like I wanted to talk about today, and it just reaffirmed that, was when I started my morning. I'm recording this on a Sunday and I drop it on a Wednesday every week. And when I was starting my morning today, I was just thinking about the things I'm grateful for, and the sun was shining. It's March 2nd when I'm recording this, so it's beginning of March when you're listening to this. The sun was shining, the birds were chirping. I didn't have to put on a big jacket to go outside and walk the dogs. I felt really good, right? And it is a Sunday, don't get me wrong, but I want you to listen to this episode and take away what you need from it, but like really think about how you start your mornings. And if it is negative, please don't bash yourself that it is negative. It's just the way that it's been programmed over years and years and years. But I hope that today you find some, again, motivation, inspiration, and tools to support your morning routine. And this could be that you start it on the weekend, okay? I don't want to say that you need to do this every day during the weekday, your work week, whatever that might look like for you. But it is so freaking important to start your morning off on the right foot because that sets the tone for your whole entire day. If you have ever snoozed your alarm or accidentally turned it off and you keep snoozing it, or you accidentally turned it off and you wake up and there's like 10 minutes for you to get ready and head to work, or not, you might be late, and that in turn starts like this like vicious fight or flight response. Your nervous system thinks you're running from a freaking tiger, and your whole day will be set by that. Okay, like we've all done it before, or you spill your breakfast all over you or your coffee or something, and you're just like, cool, this is the kind of day that I'm having. But I want to share today some things that you can do to start your morning off on the right foot. You always hear that, but off to a great positive start, a great tone for your day, because you are setting the tone for your day. And so why would you spend the time in your mind and allowing your body to react this way, to be rushed, negative, hating life, all of these things? Okay. So I hope that you're off to a great start to your March, enjoying more outdoor time, getting that fresh air, or if you can, depends where you live, but I'm just speaking from where I live, like open up the windows, open up the doors, let the fresh air come through. Okay. Start tidying up spaces. I'm running a women's circle tonight when I'm recording this. It's a Sunday, March 2nd. I'm running a women's circle tonight, and we will be touching base on March and what it is that we want to bring into March. And I invite you to ask yourself that as well. In this episode, I'll also share some journal prompts that I'll be sharing with the Women Circle gals tonight, but it'll already be done. So when you're listening to this episode, let's dive in. So morning routines are one of my favorite topics because I am someone that came from literally when my alarm went off, it was immediate dread. I wish I didn't have to get up today. Oh, I hate this. I'm so tired. Maybe I didn't sleep that well. Blah, 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 right? Like it just goes on from there. And that was like programmed into my mind for so long. And so, what I want to talk about is morning routines and specifically how to craft a nourishing morning ritual that supports your body, mind, and soul. I'm all about that, right? The holistic approach to things, encompassing body, mind, and soul. So if you feel rushed or disconnected in the mornings, please know you're not alone, but we can begin to change and shift this pattern, okay? This episode is absolutely for you if anything that I have said so far resonates even just slightly. And small intentional changes can transform your morning from chaotic to calm. And I'm here to guide you through it. So let's get into it. I'm first going to touch on our body and talking about nourish and move in our bodies. I always like starting with the body because when you feel good physically, it ripples into other areas of your life, right? We all know this. One simple yet powerful way to begin is by what? Hydrating. If this is the first episode you've ever listened to mine, I am a big advocate for staying hydrated. I think it's so important. We are more than 60% water. We need to make sure that we are adequately hydrating ourselves, but not just oversaturating ourselves with just water. It needs to be filled with electrolytes and minerals and things that help balance our body. So after hours of rest, aka sleeping, your body craves water. So, how many of you start your day with coffee because you stumble over to the coffee machine or it's already been pre-programmed the night before and that's how you're starting your morning? We are going to switch that, okay? If you're listening to this episode, take this as your sign to switch it. Try starting your day with a warm glass of lemon water because this will help support your digestion. It'll help hydrate your cells. It will give your system a gentle wake up. And when I say warm water, it's because if we drink like ice cold water or really cold water first thing in the morning, it's a shock to our system. Not to say that's like extremely horrible, but why not start with a warm glass of water? And so what I personally do, start your kettle, allow it to either come to a boil or stop it like halfway through. Fill up a mug with like room temperature filtered water, preferably about like halfway, and then top it up with the like almost boiled water to the top. Squeeze in. I would start if you've never done lemon water before. I want to preface that you shouldn't do this if you have GERD or gastrointestinal reflux disease. It might hit your body differently, and so I just want you to become aware of that and always talk to your healthcare practitioner before starting any new routine. But I would start with like a quarter slice of lemon and then I would squeeze the juice in. I wouldn't put the whole lemon piece in there. Specifically, if you could buy organic lemons, this would be amazing. And I do want you to squeeze the lemon juice out of the lemon every day versus buying lemon juice. If lemon juice is your only option, sure, go ahead and do that. But let's see if we can buy the actual whole food and squeeze it in every day. If a quarter seems like it's good on your system, I would up it to half a lemon a day in the morning. I want to talk about movement for our physical body, right? This is another cornerstone of a nourishing morning. And you may not feel like it because I'm going to tell you that you're probably going to have to wake up earlier than you want to move your body. I do want to preface that this doesn't mean an intense workout. Unless that feels aligned for you, by all means, go ahead and do that. But it could be as simple as gentle stretching, a 5-minute yoga flow, a morning walk to wake up your muscles, increase circulation. It could be bouncing on a rebounder. That's so good for your body and your lymphatic system, which in turn boosts your immune system. And movement shifts stagnant energy and releases those feel-good endorphins to start your day off on a positive note. And of course, fueling your body with something nourishing. Don't just start your morning with coffee and then fast until lunch. This is a concoction for feeling stressed out, having your system crash, getting that afternoon crash. Like it's just a concoction for chaos in your body. Okay, so start start by having a nourishing meal in the morning and think whole unprocessed foods. You know, I'm an advocate for this. So maybe an example would be a warm bowl of oats. And this actually could be, if you have a crock pot, you can make oats in a crock pot. It'll fill your house with the smell that will in turn promote your digestion to start in the morning. Your breakfast is already ready because you've set yourself up for success the night before by putting all of the ingredients in the crock pot to make your bowl of oats. And then you get to just have it and go about your morning. Another great suggestion is a protein-rich smoothie. I suggest looking for some recipes online. There's so many out there. And then just try them and see how it goes for you. Or maybe it's a whole farmer's type breakfast with some turkey bacon, some eggs, maybe some sweet potatoes or potatoes, and you have that whole big nourishing meal first thing in the morning. What I want you to do is listen to your body and give it what it needs. And this will be an adjustment. If you've never done these things before, this will be an adjustment. So pick one day a week that you're going to start doing one of these things, okay? And then go from there and build from there. I don't want you to feel like you are unsuccessful because you can't do everything on this list, okay? That might not be attainable if you've never done this before. Choose one area, either that's your body, your mind, or your soul, which we're going over the mind and soul shortly after this, but choose one area to focus with during the week and go with that. Next, we're talking about the mind. Your mental space, first thing in the morning, sets the tone for your entire day. I can't even reiterate that. I can't even say that enough, okay? You might not even be aware of how you're speaking to yourself first thing in the morning, but I think that most oftentimes we are programmed to think negatively. And I've shared this a bunch before, but there's this song, I don't know the name of it. It's just this one part of the song that comes into my head every morning, and I've trained myself to say it when my alarm goes off. It's a great day to be alive. That's it. It's a great day to be alive. You woke up today. You got to wake up today. We are not guaranteed to wake up tomorrow. Yet we think that we'll just keep waking up tomorrow and then the days will go on. But we are actually not guaranteed to wake up tomorrow. So let's go from possibly negative. Maybe you're already positive, but let's go from possibly negative to positive, okay? One powerful practice is mindful breathing. You can do this when you're laying down. So when your alarm goes off, we don't snooze our alarm, okay? Your alarm goes off and you're getting up. You practice mindful breathing. So 2 to 3 minutes of conscious breathing. This will calm your nervous system and creates a sense of spaciousness, right? You've thank God your body breathes for you throughout the night. But when you wake up in the morning and you take those conscious deep breaths or whatever breathwork practice that you might focus on, again, look some up and see which resonates with you. I like long, deep breathing in the morning, making my exhale 1 or 2 counts longer than my inhales. You might also possibly explore meditation, and it doesn't have to be complicated. So just sitting quietly and observing your thoughts can cultivate this sense of inner calm. Journaling would be another way to help focus, be positive. Maybe you're brain dumping and getting everything out of your brain. You might write a to-do list, or you might write about your dreams. You might just write, and it doesn't have to make sense. So journaling is a beautiful tool for this. You could try a simple morning prompt. How do I want to feel today? Have you ever asked yourself that? How do I want to feel today? Another thing to journal about, or even repeat in your mind or out loud, would be, what am I grateful for? This kind of intentional reflection shifts your mindset and invites that sense of clarity. And then finally, I would like to say, consider limiting your screen time in the first hour of your day. If you're someone that gets on your phone right away, I would suggest for the first 20 minutes, don't go on your phone. So instead of diving into emails or social media, you can protect your mental energy, which is so important. This sets the tone for your day. Give yourself the gift of presence before engaging with the outside world. It's like, I heard this analogy before, but when you go on social media first thing in the morning, you are stepping into the world of hundreds of thousands of people, and it's just a lot. Start your morning with yourself, maybe your loved one, your animal, whatever it may be, just yourself is great. And do these things to cultivate more focus and clarity in your mind. Let's focus on the soul now. me talking about the soul might not actually resonate with you, and that's okay. This took me a while to pick up on, but I'm here to share it. Body, mind, and soul. I'm talking about holistic, right? Tending to your inner world creates a foundation of peace and purpose. A morning ritual that nourishes your soul, nurtures your soul, might include a gratitude practice. Again, I think this is so important. And I'll just say that when I first started my gratitude practice, I was dumbfounded. I couldn't think of one thing I was grateful for. And now I could list on and on and on things I'm grateful for, like super quick and easy. It's a moment to acknowledge the blessings in your life, no matter how small. This shifts your perspective and opens your heart. And let me tell you, it works. It works, my friends. Connecting with nature is another soul soothing practice. So, if possible, you could step outside, feel the sun on your face, breathe in the fresh air, maybe admire the beauty around you. If you can, have your bare feet touch the natural earth, whether that be grass or maybe a body of water you live by, a river, ocean, something like that, but something that's the natural earth, aka not just concrete. And then don't forget to infuse your mornings with intention. I think that a lot of us can just get up in the morning and go, go, go. Specifically, if you're a mom or a parent, you're focusing on your child, and that's totally fair. And I acknowledge that, but maybe it means waking up a little bit earlier so that you can infuse your morning with intention and ask yourself, what kind of energy do I want to bring into today? Visualize your day unfolding with ease and with grace. The simple act of intention setting can be incredibly grounding. And don't just take my word for it, you have to try it. So try it, okay? So, how do you bring these practices together? My advice, again, would be to start small. Choose one part, maybe the body, the mind, or the soul, and pick one practice in there that resonates with you and integrate it gradually. So choose one day a week, I would start with. One day a week to focus on one of those aspects, body, mind, or soul, and integrate it that way. It's not about being perfect and adding everything in, even though that's something that I would want to do. I go from 0 to 100. My partner calls me out for that all the time. But it's about intention and consistency. That consistency piece is super, super important. Over time, these practices become anchors. My alarm goes off and I say in my mind, it's a great day to be alive. And that's just part of it now. I've totally just transformed it from literal dread, hating it, hating waking up in the morning, to like this positive experience. And it's absolutely magical and mind blowing. And I definitely suggest that you try this, okay? These habits and the things that you do here create a sense of stability, ease, and alignment no matter what the day brings. You're starting your morning off on a positive note, either by reflecting, setting your day up for success, nourishing your body through movement or food, nourishing by hydrating right away, meditating, breathing. All of these things are so important. And so I would love it if you try any of these practices. I'd love to hear from you. Send me a message on Instagram. It's at Holistically Humble, and I'll link my other social medias in the show notes. And let me know how you are transforming your mornings. I'm so interested on how this episode has landed for you. And if you're not already subscribed, following, rating, reviewing my podcast, I would absolutely love it on whatever platform that you are listening or watching on. I said this in last week's episode, which I will link down below in the show notes. It was about what's the rush. I think it ties greatly. I think it ties great into this episode as well. But I don't even know where I was going with that. Anyways, pregnancy brain here. I hope that you have a great day. Make sure you're following me, and I appreciate you. And until next time, be well, take care, and peace, love, and avocados.